Hello, everyone. This is Metis with you again. My name is Elena Sinalnikova. I am a CEO, and today we have the whole team. Well, not the whole team is 26 people, but we have the core team that is here with us today to answer the questions about the MetisSWAP. Last week, we launched our test, MetisSWAP. And we had a huge response. Thank you very much. We have lots of questions. And today we're going to be doing questions and answers about the MetisSWAP. And also we're going to be rewarding the best questions that we get today during this live stream. So let me just share my screen so that you know what I'm talking about. And my team is here to help me. So if anything goes wrong, please let me know. We are live, and as usual, you know, the live presentations are tricky. There you go. So here we are today, July 6th. This is correct. And we are MetisSWAP AMA. And even though there's me and Kevin's picture here, we have lots more people from our team answering the questions today. Before we answer the questions, of course, we're saying welcome to you and welcome to everybody on this live stream. We're going to begin evaluating what Metis is, and we're going to be reviewing the MetisSWAP again and the rules on how to receive a Metis rewards. I know, guys, you're working really hard to receive the Metis rewards, and our token is again is this is what we are rewarding you with. And we're going to be doing today also the Q&A on the MetisSWAP. Again, we are not asking you to buy anything. If you don't want to buy, please don't buy any of the cryptocurrencies, even the Metis token. Please don't do it if you don't want it. We are talking about our technology. We're developing platform is going to be great. We are demoing all the technical possibilities of this platform, how fast it is, how cheap it is, and that anyone, even without a blockchain development experience, can actually easily develop even your own swap, like a Uniswap without any coding. And that's what we are demoing. But on the way, we have some game that going on, you know, to keep you interested. And of course, if you ask us questions, we reward you for that because you are doing the work and we like the work that you do for us. So, and also stay tuned and subscribe at metis.io. Beautiful website that we have, and also the Telegram group. So we have a great community, very tight community, and you see that it's very positive community as well. t.me/MetisDAO. What is Metis? We are building a platform that is supporting future decentralized economy. And decentralized economy, we believe into decentralization very much. You know, blockchain is taking over the world, and what blockchain is if not a decentralization. And we also believe in adoption. We would like to create a platform that is easy to use, that is non-blockchain people can use, that will be available to people that don't know anything about coding. And that's what we believe in. This is just a few use cases that we support. We support the DAO, decentralized autonomous organization. We call them DAC, decentralized autonomous companies. Also decentralized finance. And we will have examples that built on our platform in the future. Decentralized applications, NFT platforms. We have lots and lots of requests from NFT platforms to build on Metis, and Metis is layer 2. We also have launchpads. Launchpads can be built on top of Metis. Freelancing, you can find jobs, a tokenization. If you have a blockchain project and you don't know how to program a token, you can do so on top of Metis without any coding. And of course, you can build your own decentralized exchange, your own Uniswap, just at the palm of your hand on Metis. We are solving all this problem: high gas fees, slow transactions, super expensive data storage on Ethereum, smart coding smart contract that is very difficult, and of course, the risks that are associated with private centralized chains that are easy to build, but they face regulatory challenges. And as well, again, if you are committing your money into the centralized chain, you are risking it. So this is how we solve it. How do we solve it? You only pay a few cents on Metis layer 2 for the gas fees. You also process your transaction in just a few seconds. Not we, it's a Metis that does it, and with no bottlenecks. And also there is it is secure, permission, cheap storage that we're building for you to use that you don't need to. And we're preparing one-click templates and deployments. So our middleware, just remember that word, middleware, that is coming very, very soon for you, and that you can experience this one-click templates and deployments yourself as well. And of course, it's all decentralized, all on Ethereum. So no one can block you. No one can take your money away, and only with Metis. So how do we do it? We do it by building our own layer 2 in the first place. Even though everyone is telling us that layer 2 space is very, very competitive, we haven't found a layer 2 that satisfied our requirements. We wanted it completely decentralized. We wanted it cheap, we wanted it fast, we wanted safe, and we wanted with a storage. So all of this, that's what we do. We do it via optimistic rollup. We're still in the development, even though we released already many products, and among them we already released our layer 2 beta testnet as well. So how we do it? We do it with optimistic rollup. On the right side of the slide, it says how we do it, and that what allows us to save on the fees, because we process them in the batches, and the transactions are processed in the batches, and the fee is split between all these transactions in one batch, and therefore that's how it is cheap. But it's not only that we built and released already in our layer 2 beta testnet. With that, we also removed the bottlenecks that associated with just a normal classic optimistic rollup. There is lots of bottlenecks. I mean that when the network gets busy, it's the transaction gets stuck and it gets more expensive. But what we did, we included multiple sequencers and we also multiple virtual machines, which allowed us to remove the bottlenecks. Therefore, Metis always will be fast and always will be cheap. And it's also, our resources are scalable to demand, so we don't waste them. And therefore, we only create them when we need. And this is something that we released already on June 15th. And our testers already was able to test and enjoy it. Released prior that, we also did a Metis tribe. If you go to tribe.metis.io, we built this beautiful community-built NFT, and we sold it on OpenSea as well for thousands and thousands of dollars, and our community got the rewards. Yay for that! So this is you get to experience something that Metis built even prior to the testnet. And also we have lots of questions about token economics. So scan this QR code if you would like to know our Metis tokenomics. MetisSWAP.io published it, and it's open to the public now. And we also released this wonderful system that we get lots of response in. So the grants, Metis.io grants, if you have a project, you actually will be able to do a builder mining. Just the beginner projects actually can earn money just by building just on Metis, right? So the builder mining is something that you can draw your grant, you can earn money, just have your project working on Ethereum, nothing else, right? So every transaction brings you a new Metis tokens, and that's how it works. But on top of that, we also give you a grant of 5,000 Metis tokens at the front, and then from the builder mining, you can mine, up to $1 million. And this is open only to 50 projects that we're still selecting, because we have many applications, but we haven't selected all the winners just yet. So if you think that your project is great, DeFi, NFT, great established projects, or even, small projects, but if you have a great business idea, go ahead and apply at metis.io/grants to benefit from this builder mining. And also, yes, so this is available in a QR code. So if you're on your phone, you can simply just scan this QR code or go to metis.io/grants, which is very, very simple. And today we're going to be answering the question about the Metis test swap, which is also MetisSWAP, which is Uniswap hard fork, is on Metis test layer 2 testnet. You can mint your own testnet layer 2 tokens and swap them with another. This is something that Uniswap users are very, very familiar. And now the MetisSWAP users is even more familiar. And you saw already probably that MetisSWAP is much more advanced and actually much more usable than Uniswap. So go ahead and testswap.metis.io if you haven't used it yet, because why? And why we do this? Why we built MetisSWAP? Why to build another Uniswap? So first of all, we wanted to demo you our technology, and we wanted to demo it on the hardest and difficultest smart contracts that exist, because swapping smart contracts are the most expensive ones, and if they work really well on Metis, all other smart contracts will work on Metis like that. So therefore, if you go, you just follow instructions on our user guide, and I will open up for you later. But it's actually, if you go to testswap.metis.io, you will see the user guide there as well, and just follow the steps in instructions, and you will see how fast and cheap it is, even though it's running all this difficult swapping smart contracts. And to make the things even interesting, to make it as a game, we are rewarding our early adopters all the way through. So if for Metis current holders only, for Metis token current holders only, we reward you. So basically 600 holders will be awarded 5 Metis tokens each, just for going to MetisSWAP and, running the transactions, just testing it. And that's how we want to reward you. So all you need to do, you have to hold 10 Metis tokens. You have to connect to MetisSWAP with account where you have this 10 Metis tokens, and you have to do some transactions on the testswap.metis.io. There you go. And that's it. And you will be awarded 5 Metis tokens each after July 16th. The only requirement we have that you have to hold, so this Metis tokens for like at least 10 Metis tokens, and you have to do it before July 16th when we reward our testers, right? So do it, and we still have room for 600 holders because we select them randomly. And right now I would like Joanna, he's our business development and also marketing lead. So I would like him to demo again at testswap.metis.io, which is MetisSWAP for you very fast, just to refresh your memory. So I will stop sharing my screen. Joanna, please go ahead.
Thank you, Alina. I will share my screen. Here we go. There is my desktop. The Zoom sign in. Okay, so we're going to demo today the MetisSWAP platform, and we're pretty excited about it. As Alina mentioned, the idea here is that we have our own decentralized exchange. So maybe you've traded a little bit of crypto before, perhaps on Binance or Coinbase or a big exchange. The difference here is we're a decentralized exchange. So there is no what's called KYC, which means know your customer information, which is important. The idea is that cryptocurrency is supposed to be immutable, decentralized, nobody can touch it, it's yours. So by making it decentralized, we offer those capabilities. And we also feel like we have a very robust platform, which can handle various different functions, minting, swapping, and so forth. I personally don't have much experience with Uniswap or any other swapping platform, so I'm more or less as much of a newbie as you guys. So I'm going to be referring to I won't go back and forth between the user guide and testing, because we're going to try to make it pretty seamless. But for my purposes, I will occasionally refer to it. You can check it out at metisdao.medium.com, which, by the way, our Medium account offers all kinds of updates on new products, all kinds of news, everything that's going on with our company. Follow us there. Follow us on Telegram, t.me/metisdao, and also on Twitter at metisdao. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to go to testswap.metis.io. Boom, I already have it open. I'm cheating a little bit, but that's okay. We're going to do it again. And the screen will come up. All right, so there is my Metis balance. So what we need to do is we need to switch to Rinkeby test Ethereum. And the reason for that will become evident shortly. So in order to do that, we got to activate MetaMask here. We're going to do that. MetaMask should pop up. And there is MetaMask, and it says Metis Layer 2 Testnet. We are going to select Rinkeby, and now we are in Rinkeby, and that should change, and there we go. You can see the Ethereum ETH balance, right here on the screen. That's much better. And that's how much ETH I have. This is test ETH, so it's not real Ethereum. We get it from the Rinkeby faucet, no problem. So we go there, we've done that, and we're going to do give me ETH, okay? And well, I already have Ethereum, so yes. It has already worked for me previously, so that should be fine. And by the way, if you want to do it yourself, if it's not working or whatever, you can always go directly to the Rinkeby authenticated faucet. You could punch it in here, and you could get test Ethereum too. So we're good to go. Okay, so now I've got my test Ethereum, no problem. And what we need to do is we're going to bridge assets. Okay, so we're going to go here. It says bridge assets, no problem. We're going to bridge assets. So what we want to do is we want to bridge Rinkeby, which is test Ethereum, to Metis, which is test Metis. So you can see, tiny little thing here. It has my balance of ETH. So what I want to do, I've got 0.03. We're going to do 0.01. All right. We're going to hit transfer. And it's going to come up on MetaMask. By the way, I watch Instagram clips of foxes constantly, and they're the cutest animals, and they should be pets. The MetaMask logo, adorable. So, confirm. Okay, and we're confirming, no problem. And while that's happening, it's going to do that. And then we're going to switch to Metis. So we're going to go Metis Layer 2 Testnet. And that's going to come up again, the cute fox. Yes, we want to switch the network. Switch here, we're switching. Beautiful, we have switched. We're on Metis now. Okay, so that's popped up, we've done that, we've switched the network, no problem. Now we're gonna get Metis test tokens, okay? So the way to do that is give me Metis. I will warn you in advance that I have already done this today, so the reason I'm not going to get tokens is because I did this half an hour ago, but if you do it, you will be able to get Metis test tokens. So give me Metis. It's not going to function for me because I've already done it. You're supposed to do it once a day for the purpose of testing. No problem, we've done that. Okay, so now we're going to create our own tokens. And in order to do that, very simple, we go to create token. All right, so foxes are cute. Let's do fox. Sure, our ticker will be fox, no problem. And we could do supply, so you can set any supply that you want. If you want to have a ton of tokens available for trade, you can. What I'm going to do in this case is cap it at 1 million. There we go. Okay, so we're going to create, actually, let's make it 10 million. We'll have fun. Same as, by the way, Metis also has a 10 million total supply for the history of Metis tokens. All right, so there's a disclaimer. The test token will be generated on the Metis Layer 2 test network. It's only used for test trading functions. It would be cool if each Fox token was worth $100 because I have 10 million of them and I would be very wealthy. But that is not the case. These are just test tokens. No value, cannot be converted to Layer 1 mainnet. So we hit next. No problem. MetaMask is going to come up. And we can see confirm. Look at that low gas price, 0.015 Gwei. That's extremely, extremely low. If you're not familiar with gas prices, they're usually a lot higher than that. You can see the total gas fee here is a fraction of a cent. That's really the whole point of the Metis Layer 2 experience, whether it's MetisSWAP, whether it's other Metis products that we're going to be able to offer. Very inexpensive, very fast transactions. That's the whole point. Ethereum is a great, great product. So many developers build on it, but it is a little bit limited in terms of speed. We know that gas fees can be high. We know that the scalability and functionality are not necessarily fully there yet. That is the whole point of Metis. Whatever function you're performing, especially in the decentralized finance space, it is quick, it is easy, it is scalable, it is functional. You could do storage on it, and it is totally secure. That is the idea. The whole point of these demos that we're doing quite frequently is to demonstrate the power and value of Metis. And keep in mind, we're in testnet phase now. We will have more functionality coming out as mainnet comes out, make it even more robust. So that's the spiel. We hit confirm. Look at that. We have confirmed it. Okay, I'm going back over here. And we're going to add the token to MetaMask. There. And MetaMask comes up. Here's a cute fox. Fox on fox. We're doing fox inception here. Okay, we're adding the token. Boom, we're done. Now, if you want to add your custom token to the official list of MetisSWAP tokens, you could do that. Platform is misspelled. We're going to correct that. Just notice that. So in this case, you can make a tweet with your Metis Layer 2 test token symbol pasted at the end of contents. Just do it straight up like that. Follow us on Twitter if you're not already, by the way. That is essential as well, at MetisDAO, and you'll be able to make the tweet. And then you also take a screenshot of that tweet, post it on our Telegram account, which is t.me/MetisDAO. Once you do that, you become eligible for the token rewards. As Alina mentioned, we're giving out randomly 600 different token rewards of 5 real, not test, Metis tokens each, which have monetary value and so forth, and you can go from there. Okay, so I'm going to skip that step because tweeting my own thing would be a little odd from the Metis account. So we're going to add the token into the liquidity pool. And in order to do that, we click pool. So we're going to go to the top. Look at that. It says pool. And we're going to create a pair. So here we're going to create a pair. And what we want to do ideally is we want to have a exchange rate that makes sense. So we're going to do our Fox token. And you can see, by the way, so even though this is just testnet phase, we've gone ahead and we've added quite a few. So we've got some established ones like Cardano. We've got BNB, some of the ones that are quite well known, but people have been adding their own. So you could see there's a bunch of custom tokens here. You could keep going. You could trade all kinds of stuff. So a lot of fun, a good way to test out the functionality. So in our case, what we're going to do is we're looking for Fox. There it is. We have found Fox. And now we're going to trade Fox for Metis. In order to do that, we're going to search Metis. Very simple. Metis Bull. Ooh, I like that. That's good. All right. So now we want to create an exchange rate that makes sense, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to say 100 tokens of Fox is worth 0.05. What does that do? Okay, and we're going to approve that. That is our exchange rate. MetaMask is going to come up. Transaction fee, 49 cents. Very affordable, very inexpensive. That's what we're looking for. We understand the gas fees can be expensive, no problem. You can see it's Metis, really not very much. We're going to hit confirm. And it is approved. So we can check it out on Metis-Scan, which is like Ethereum scan. We're going to look at it just for a second, just so you can see what it looks like. But it's very much, if you've ever made an ERC20 transaction, you can see it on Ethereum. Here you go. Here's the hash, transaction details, all that good stuff, which shows everything that happens. Perfect. Okay. So what's left? So we've done that. We've made the token pair. We're going to look for more. We've confirmed the transaction on MetaMask. We're going to create the pool and hit supply. So we're going to hit supply. Okay, create pool and supply. So now we're doing that. We want to create liquidity. The idea with a token, any token, is the more supply, the better. If you only have 5 tokens available for trade, it's not really going to have any price stability or any viability long term. You obviously want to create some liquidity. So we're going to do that here. We're creating the pool and supplying. MetaMask is going to approve it. There's the cute fox. Fox on fox. It's like Dr. Seuss. Again, very, very, very low gas fee, 0.015. There are no tricks. I have no ability to manipulate the gas fee. I'm just using the testnet. This is what happens. And by the way, if you're wondering, when we do deploy on mainnet, it will remain the same. The idea here we're going to get into deep tech territory, so I'll skip that part. But the idea here is that we have the tech capabilities such that even as the traffic of the Metis network increases, we maintain the low transaction fees, we maintain the usability, fast speed, and all that good stuff. For more, by the way, metis.io has our white paper. We've been writing articles about it. We can describe our tech in great detail. So we're going to hit confirm. And we've done it, so that's also come up on Metis-Scan. All right, so we're almost done here. So the last step, we've done all that, is pool's been created. No problem. We're going to swap the test token for other tokens. Okay, do that. We go to swap. And we're going to swap our Fox, which is right here. Okay, we'll swap some Fox for some Metis. So we're going to do 1,000 Metis. Okay. Price impact is too high. So what we're going to do is we're going to change it up. Going to do that. Okay, so now you can see the price impact. We're swapping 2 Fox tokens for this much Metis. Price impact less than 2%, so that's enough not to move it too much. We're going to do swap. We're going to confirm the swap. MetaMask comes up. You can see confirm, low gas fees. Told you. Confirm. That's it. Transaction is done. So I have minted my own Fox tokens. I have swapped them successfully for Metis tokens, and that's it. Very simple. I personally don't have expertise. I am not a blockchain developer whatsoever in any way. I was able to do it pretty seamlessly. I did refer to the guide a little bit, which you can check out metisdao.medium.com. But if you don't want to do that, that is totally fine as well. And that is it. I will turn it back over to Elena as soon as I figure out how to change the share screen function, which has nothing to do with MetisSWAP, and then we'll be good to go. There we go. I have stopped sharing my screen, I think.
Yes, you did.
Perfect. Okay, Elena, enjoy.
Thank you, Jonna. All right, so now we're going into right away into the questions answers. But before doing that, I again reiterate. So if you would like to see our user guide for the Metis test swap, again, you can find it on metisdao.medium.com. Very easy, metisdao.medium.com. Please go ahead and find it there. And now we're going to the questions answers. We received lots of questions. It doesn't mean that people didn't understand it. It means that people are curious, which we love about it. And again, prepare your questions. We're going to be rewarding the best questions at the end of the session as usual. And this time we're going to be asking you to post these questions in Telegram only. If you're on a live stream, prepare to go to our Telegram and ask your questions there. Just give it the heads up. So the questions that we received before and that we're answering right now. So question number 1, can I swap my Metis tokens from Gate.io, or do I need a Uniswap account? So as you saw from Jonah's demo, you will need to connect your ERC20 account with Metis tokens to be able to receive rewards for the swaps on Metis test swap. But you can read the user guide for the detailed instructions on actually how to do that. So next one, how do I participate in MetisSWAP? Any link to register? Yes, you just have to connect to testswap.metis.io. And here I have it actually open. So you can see it at testswap.metis.io. This /faucet is just the, it redirects me to because I don't have any ETH in here. And here's on the bottom right, you have a user guide. So then instead of going to the Medium, you can go right here to testswap.metis.io. Next question, is MetisSWAP only going to work with MetaMask? Do you guys plan to work with other wallets like Trust Wallet? So yes, we currently implemented MetaMask integration because we're building in stages. Right now, we're building just the bottom infrastructure layer, so layer 2, so we will have a robust tech. So, but future wallets will be implemented, and we will be implementing a non-custodial Metis wallet as well in the future and make it very user-friendly. Question, 1 cent per transaction is great, but what happens if Metis become popular? What do you mean if? Of course, you probably meant when. Will gas price rise as we've seen with Matic / Polygon and Binance chain? So the answer is, when dealing with a decentralized marketplace, it is not Metis who decides the overall price. It's a network as a whole, because we believe in decentralization. Our design, it has taken care of all the bottlenecks. We removed them. So fast transactions and no congestions. So, but even if network is utilizes more, and there will be some increase in the cost to make the crypto economy with the ranges and sequences economically viable, the overall cost of transactions will be greatly lower than the cost on Ethereum mainnet, of course. So yeah, we still estimate that you're going to be paying just a cent on the transaction. So in other words, so great cost advantage of using Metis layer 2 over plain layer 1 Ethereum. Question: once mainnet goes live, will we be able to mint a token of our own if we want, or it is just a testnet thing? Yes, you will be will be able to do everything that you can do on Ethereum mainnet on Metis, with same with Metis, with the added bonus of low gas fees and high transaction speed as well. So yes, you will be able to mint your own token, your own ERC20, and your own NFT tokens as well. Question: will you include any additional Uniswap functionality into MetisSWAP, such as governance? We not have plans to include the governance in the MetisSWAP. MetisSWAP is actually for us just an example for you to demo our tech. So this is not a product of its own. So now I lost my slides, so but hopefully I will find them. Okay, will the fee for swapping and minting tokens increase when many users use Metis layer 2? I like this question, because you see when. As the usage of the network increases, there is a potential for price increase, though since we removed all the bottlenecks and congestions, the price will be significantly lower than layer 1. So again, and cents. What are the differences between MetisSWAP and a centralized exchange like Coinbase or Binance? Decentralized exchanges have no KYC at the moment, because they are not regulated at the moment, though regulations are coming to decentralized exchanges. And it means that anyone that has crypto can freely swap and offer liquidity for an asset. But again, blockchain space is very fast changing, and we know we keep an eye on all the regulations that coming in. Again, MetisSWAP is not something that we have as a product right now. This is only the test that allows you to see our tech. But decentralized exchanges, that's what MetisSWAP is different. It is in a test net, and even if ever it will be in a main net, this is not the point of Metis. Metis platform is a technology that allows you to do operations on the blockchain in a decentralized way with a reduced cost and very high transaction throughput. Question: why did Metis start its own crypto exchange? Oh, that's the question exactly related. So the Metis platform provides the infrastructure for building your own decentralized exchange and doing it without coding in the future. MetisSWAP is an example of what your future decentralized exchange built on Metis will look like. So you will be able to build this exchange yourself without coding, and that's what Metis is for. Question: I have heard stories of rug pulling for traders, where they invest in a token and then their funds disappear. How can I be sure that this won't happen when I buy and swap on MetisSWAP? So the contracts and the code for MetisSWAP are open and available for public review. So you know how, if you go to metis.io, there is the GitHub link in there. You can review all our code. So there's nothing to hide. Question: token prices usually need lots of liquidity to go up in price and then stabilize in price. How will MetisSWAP be able to ensure token liquidity? So Metis will provide the initial liquidity for tokens on MetisSWAP, and we anticipate the liquidity increasing as more users we onboard to the platform. We will incentivize users and projects to build on Metis, and this way will bring the liquidity. Question, this is the long one. Metis has said that MetisSWAP offers proof that it can run any DeFi project on the platform, given how complex it is to build and run a decentralized exchange. But from an investor's point of view, why should I choose to trade on MetisSWAP instead of Uniswap or another decentralized exchange? How will MetisSWAP be better than the rest? Because MetisSWAP is built on Metis, we are able to utilize the security, scalability, and decentralization of Metis Layer 2 on top of Ethereum. This allows for transactions to be completed much faster and cheaper than on Uniswap, which is built directly on Layer 1 Ethereum. So again, MetisSWAP is the exercise for you to see how fast and cheap Metis Layer 2 is. Question, could MetisSWAP be used to swap tokens that are non-ERC20? Technically, yes, but we don't plan to add this functionality at the moment. How long roughly does it take to confirm transactions on MetisSWAP? It's less than a second. Again, you saw it in the demo, and if you would like to see it for yourself, go to testswap.metis.io and try it. Will MetisSWAP have staking options? Not currently, but we plan to have staking in the future. But so yes, this functionality will be very beneficial to build. Question, how can regulation changes like what's happening now with Binance in Canada affect MetisSWAP? Since this is a decentralized exchange, they are currently not regulated as decentralized exchanges, but the regulations are coming even to decentralized exchanges. So we keep our eyes open and we will keep you informed as well. Why are you using an older version of Uniswap? Isn't version 3 of most updated? Because Uniswap version 3, this is not GPL licensed, right? So this is the free version that we could use to fork it and to build as an example of Metis Layer 2, how fast and cheap it is. Question, could there be problems with scaling and high commissions like we've seen on Uniswap? No, no, and no. Again, we answered this question before because the economic viability of the decentralization will require some of the cost increases probably when demand increases. But since we removed the bottlenecks, this is something that we taken care of to lower the cost even more. So depending on our competitors, so the cost will be lower. And that probably concludes the questions that we received ahead of time. So now to get the Metis rewards, we have some time left. So we accept the questions right now in the Telegram. So you go to t.me/MetisDAO or just scan this QR code on your phone to get into our Telegram, and we will be answering your questions. If you don't have questions, you can put this in a Telegram, and we sure after this live stream, we will be able to pick them up and start answering them as well. So again, for the Metis rewards, best questions, we're going to receive Metis tokens. So go to t.me/MetisDAO or scan this QR code and ask your question right now. So my team right now will be relaying the questions that we have in Telegram into the chat so we can see them. And also my team will help me to answer those questions. So while we do that, while we're preparing for that, we have already some of the questions here. Okay, yes. All right.
Can we start?
Yeah, we can start. Yes. So my team will be, yes, Kevin, Pavel, Jonah. So will be helping me to answer the questions. So Kevin, yeah, we can start.
Okay, the first one is about liquidity and speed problems of many DEX face. I think the liquidity is not the current issue for MetisSWAP. As you can see from Elena's introduction, this is a test application. We use it to demo our functionality and the robust infrastructure of Metis. So liquidity is not issue here. Speed problem is not an issue again because we are building on layer 2. So yeah, this is the answer.
And thank you, Maxim Makiev, for this question.
I'll take one. So Dark Ambient asks, when will users stop being afraid to use decentralized exchanges? How will MetisSWAP project to be a leader in the mass distribution of DEXs? So one thing that's happening with respect to centralized exchanges, and Alina talked about this a little bit, is we're seeing regulatory crackdowns. For instance, we've seen Binance crack down on in Canada. And so decentralized exchanges, at least for the moment, aren't necessarily subject to that kind of regulation. We'll see what happens in the future, but certainly there's an opportunity. I think that, in general with DEXs, it's going to be the kind of thing where as crypto adoption grows, people will become more willing to try different things. They will get used to swaps and so forth. We like the idea that MetisSWAP is extremely easy to use, that it's very robust and very secure. And so, in terms of how we're going to build our own brand when it comes to MetisSWAP, we feel that the product will speak for itself and that crypto adoption in general, as it grows, will make people feel more comfortable with DEXs.
The Dark Ambient asked, when will users stop being afraid to use DEX, decentralized exchange? How will MetisSWAP want to be a leader in the mass distribution of DEX? So our mandate is make it easy for the end user. So right now, the DEX still, if you are non-techie and you go to use decentralized exchange, you probably get lost right away. And this is what we are taking care of. Of course, we need time to build our tech, to build our UI, but you already see that our design is much, much better and more sophisticated than the other decentralized exchanges. And we will keep working, and we're working on other products. So decentralized exchange is not something that we are aiming for build. This is not our end product. Our end product will be, again, much more usable, much more robust. And thank you, Dark Ambient, for this question.
For the question from uequilibrium.io, like features that MetisSWAP other don't have. You can see we onboarded the token minting feature, which, because we are focusing on the user experience, we hope users or testers can make it very easy to mint their own token. On layer 1, currently you might need to write some code, but for now, on layer 2, it's very easy. You can just input some number and mint your own token. So that is some features we have, and we gonna launch in the coming future. If we, for the following MetisSWAP update. So yeah.
Jumper had a question. In the process of using Metis testnet, they found that the speed is very fast and the transaction fee is also very low. But I don't know how much concurrency is. Can I ask how high the TPS of the testnet is now? What is the expected value of TPS after the mainnet launch in the future? So currently,
yes, transaction per second. Yeah,
transaction per second.
Yes.
Yeah. So currently we are expecting on the same level as other optimistic rollups. So Optimism is expected to be about 2,000 transactions per second. So we expect that to be our amount. So 2,000 transactions per second should be the safe estimate for that.
And again, since we removed the bottlenecks, so this is going to stay, so it will not be slower than that.
Mm-hmm. The question from Andrew, one real Metis token will be added to MetisSWAP. So Metis will have bridge, yes, like Ethereum layer 2. Actually, it is Ethereum layer 2. And with our launching or releasing of our public testnet, MetisSWAP can be migrated to them to this public testnet, and by then you can bridge real Metis token to the layer 2. So we do have bridge. That's a standard function for layer 2.
Xperia asks, how much will MetisSWAP be? How user-friendly will MetisSWAP be? Will it be easy to use even for people who are recently joined crypto? I just did the demo. It's pretty easy. I'm not a Uniswap person. I'm not somebody who's swapped before on other platforms. I was able to do it pretty simply. And our user guide is really, really helpful. We took some time to really make sure that we got it right. We've got the screenshots and all that stuff. metisdao.medium.com. So even if you do find that it takes a little work the first time, feel free to use the guide. And by the second time, it'll be a snap. It really is quite easy to use and multifunctional and so forth.
Question from Sanket. Is there a chance that transactions on MetisSWAP may fail in network congestions? Anyway, transaction speeds are almost 1 second. Still, by chance, could it fail or expire? So Sanket, just like layer 1 Ethereum, these transactions do not fail or expire. So they are posted by you. If you paid the gas price, if you paid the gas fee and everything, and it's being processed, that won't fail. So in essence, same thing with layer 2, is that if you post something on layer 2, it won't fail, it won't expire. I mean, depending on if it's slippage or something related to the swap specific items, then perhaps, but nothing related to the network itself. So that won't happen.
The question from Karim Melko. Can anonymous transactions be performed on MetisSWAP? The short answer is no, because actually it's how blockchain works, right? Blockchain you can track back. So I don't think this is a function that MetisSWAP gonna have for now. Thank you.
I think Kareem, can anonymous transactions be performed on MetisSWAP to hide transaction details in order to perform the confidential information of owners and tokens? I'm not sure if that was already answered, but no, currently it's all the information is open and public. Oh,
Kevin just answered that question.
Kevin just answered it. Oh, I guess it just went in 1 year.
Reiterate that.
Yeah, just to make it clear that that's how blockchains work. It's an open ledger. So that's what guarantees the security, is that anybody is able to come, see, and verify that the transaction did happen. Of course, there's other protocols, Monero and others that offer a different way of verification for that.
Yeah. Also, the question from Sankit: what other features can we see coming up on MetisSWAP mainnet, like staking, farming? Yeah, I'm not sure we can say that, but any the DEX building on Metis public testnet or mainnet, they can have their own functions. Staking, farming would be some common functions, so we definitely can support that. But for MetisSWAP, again, it's a test version application, so we will not have staking, farming for now.
Okay. Question: the solutions of MetisSWAP is quite promising, but how top to MetisSWAP aim to be in the market? Do MetisSWAP target to be one of the first choice of users? What will be your moves to compete with your best competitors? Again, we have our own target audience, of course, and our target audience is the people who are not even in blockchain right now. So, and this is something that we actually have a line of projects like that who would like to get onto the blockchain, but they simply, don't have blockchain developers at their in their teams, right? So they're just waiting for Metis to be built, so they could utilize Metis non-code, low-code functionality to get in. And again, we also have other perks such as, for example, pre-built storage that we also will be utilized by people who have no additional blockchain and development resources available. So these projects are here. So we're onboarding lots of users like that. So yes, we will have our own target market.
Yeah. The question from Sankit, I think I found that the question from Sankit were quite, knowledgeable. He might learn a lot of layer 2 and our, tech. He's asking, how does bridging on MetisSWAP works? Like Polygon, they take hours sometimes to convert back to Ethereum network. So Metis bridge, actually, when we launch our mainnet with the rollup function, it will still take hours to convert back to Ethereum network. That is how rollup works. So it's some city. You need validator, to do the validation. Otherwise, the risk is too high. So I don't think the time for transferring from layer 2 to layer 1 gonna be some bottleneck now. It will take some time, Yeah. Thank you for your question.
All right. We'll have other questions.
By the way, the questions that we don't get to necessarily in the live stream, that does not mean they certainly can qualify for the token rewards potentially.
Yeah, for sure. We might not have so many time to answer all of them.
Correct. And thank you in advance to everybody watching at the Telegram group and so forth. You guys are awesome and we appreciate you.
Mm-hmm. So I guess a question by Fadang. What is the main function of Metis token in MetisSWAP? So Metis token is the utility token. It will be used for making transactions, essentially paying gas fees. It'll be used essentially like Ether is used in the Ethereum network. So Metis token will be used like Ether in the Ethereum network, but on the Metis network.
I have the repeat of the questions, so I see. Mm-hmm. Yes, if we haven't, yes, I know that probably we can get to all the questions right away.
Great questions, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so how to ensure Fadang asking is how to ensure the security of the mainnet when functions will be available when mainnet is online. So we are inheriting the security of Ethereum. So it will be as secure as Ethereum, and we built on top of it as well. So yes, we have the sequencers and we have the rangers as well that are economically incentivized, that stake in money and will lose their stake as well. And also the anonymity among the rangers, so they never know which transaction they are processing. It means that, they might as well process their payment transaction. And if they cheat, of course, they don't receive the money. So they are not incentivized to cheat because of that, because of the staking and because of the anonymity. So that is how we taken care of the security.
Yeah, I think we can continue answer question on Telegram or,
Oh, yeah. So we have only 5 minutes left here. So we need. All right. So moving on. Thank you so much for your questions. Yes, I know that we have so many questions unanswered, but yes, we are limited in time. So subscribe to stay tuned at metis.io and at our Telegram. You're already there because you're asking the questions. So thank you very much. We are going to be releasing Metis middleware very soon, and we're going to be announcing it in Telegram. So good thing that you are staying there. So devs with little or no blockchain development experience can start using Metis with APIs templates to develop their own. So our first release of the Metis middleware will be around that, and then we're going to be doing lots of improvement and building on that as well. And of course, Metis middleware is based on the Metis layer 2 testnet. So stay tuned to be for this announcement. We are releasing it very, very soon. Again, grants. So if you would like to receive the grant for your project and you would like to participate in a builder mining, that is going to be available already as early as I think that next month already. So we are accepting the applications at metis.io/grants. Go ahead and fill your application if you have a project. And again, on the MetisSWAP, it's not too late. If you hold in your 10 Metis tokens, you can be rewarded another 5 Metis tokens, and this is not test tokens, this is real ones after July 16th. And just for that, go to testswap.metis.io and start swapping following the user guide that is posted there as well. And again, subscribe, stay tuned, and we thank you very much for your attention today. And we will see you hopefully next week for our next Q&A and our next rewards. And thank you for your questions, and have a great rest of the day. Thank you.
Thank you.